again. Today is going to be a Pokemon day. There's a lot about Pokemon that I love, especially Pichu. But I've also been in a few tournaments and also done some Pokemon Go Fest on Pokemon Go and collected some cards and things like that. So I'm going to be talking about Pokemon today, just a little bit. We are going to be talking about Pokemon today. Excuse me. So, when I was born, I think my brother had some of these VHS tapes of Pokemon. It was literally, we had the first episode. They were like in groups of 3, I think. It was like 3 episodes per VHS tape, and we just had the very first 3 episodes. So, like, I remember being exposed to Pokemon from basically the day I was born, which is cool. Ever since then, I've just been a fan. Never actually got a physical game until Diamond and Pearl. Pokemon Pearl was my first game. I had one of the guys my mom was dating for a while. I had a kid. So it started with Pokemon Diamond, technically, that the 3 of us shared a file on, and we kept like boxing each other's Pokemon whenever it was our turn to play, and like kind of, it just wasn't fun. Like, I got to play like an hour every like 4 days or something like that, sharing a file. It wasn't fun. But then one day my grandma bought me Pokemon Pearl for myself and Pokemon Diamond for my brother, and then the kid, his name Jason, got to keep the original file. And it was awesome, and I picked Piplup. And so Piplup's pretty special to me. It was my first Pokemon that was all mine, and I named it Psy, which is also my name, because I don't really know if I did it because I was like too young to read, or when like I just saw a prompt and so I decided to pick my name again, or what. But I was very young, and I was not too young to read. I don't know. I'm realizing now I was like, I don't know, 9 or something. So yeah, not too young to read. Never did anything like official. I had a few friends at school who played. We didn't really battle or anything. We just kind of exchanged rumors, like the Mew truck rumors, but that was way before my time. But that kind of thing. My friend caught a Tentacool with green jewels instead of red, and I didn't believe him, and then he showed me, and I was like, oh, how is this possible? And he gave it to me, and I kept it. That was cool. And I remember, like, I would just surf in the route where he told me he found it, trying to find one for myself, and I could never find it. So that was fun. That was like my first ever shiny Pokemon that I saw. Didn't even know what that was. So fast forward to like Sun and Moon. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are probably actually my favorite games, probably just because those are like the last games that had all the Pokemon in them. That's something that I hate. Like, I actually despise that about new Pokemon games. Especially because we got a battle sim game, Pokemon Champions, which I hate Pokemon Champions so much. There is so much I hate about that game. And I keep seeing this argument like, they can't add all the Pokemon because that would just destroy the meta. Which, like, I'm going to teach you about, like, if that's what you think, I'm going to teach you about something. We've had regulations since, like, when I started playing that have been in the games with all the Pokemon in them already. And you couldn't use, like, legendaries and Mew and stuff in the tournaments. Like, that's just, I mean, you could in a lot of them, but, like, it's called regulations. That exists. I want to use my goddamn, like, Beautifly and Cacturn in a battle, and I'm just never getting that with Pokemon Champions because they only want you to use, like, the ones they want you to use, which is stupid, and I hate that. And if you're going to cut out literally any element of story, exploration, or literally anything that Pokemon is entirely about, why are you giving us the smallest Pokedex since, like, Crystal? That's so stupid. I know they made an update. It's not enough. It's not. So another example of this on when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, my dad was, it was the day we left for a trip to Florida. We drove, which was like a 20-hour drive. Me and my brother picked up our copies before we went, and we just played in the car. That was one of the best memories of my life. It makes me really happy to think about that. Sort of, it's a little bit melancholy, I guess. But I've had a Pichu on that game, similar to this Pichu, and I named him Bo, and this was the first time I ever really truly tried Pokemon Super Contests, which were awesome. They had like the glow sticks and stuff, so underrated, and I loved it. And there was like this weird rivalry with a rich boy sprite, and then there was like the girl with the Altaria. That was really fun for me. I really liked that, and I got him every ribbon, and then I didn't realize I had like a special like Pokemon contest ribbon animation when you sent it out. I was so proud, and I still have that Pichu. Right now he's in Scarlet and Violet, no more ribbon animation, but they do have like the ribbon title thing. I guess that's cool. I like that, but yeah, I can't use him in like a battle with my friends or brother or whatever in Champions, which I kind of get. I mean, not like who would really want to use like a Pichu or something, but you had the option in Sun and Moon, and I liked that, and I missed that a lot. So that stinks to me. But around Sun and Moon, I started doing contests online, not contests, geez, battles online and competitive, and learned some of the basics and stuff, and started breeding. Oh my god, breeding some Pokemon together, not me doing it. And I went to the international championships of 2022, I think, for Scarlet and Violet. Got washed out, which is like fine. I won. Well, okay, not washed out. I won 5 battles, lost 4. Not enough to like stay for day 2 or anything like that, but it was a lot of fun being there, getting merch and stuff like that. And then I went to Georgia, I think it was like 2 years ago. I think that was like a regional, I cannot remember, I'm sorry, but got totally, wrecked there. And one of the times, like, it's, people take it very seriously, which you should. It's the thing that you pay a lot of money and travel to get there. And so you're not really supposed to talk that much. You can kind of comment on what's happening, but you're crammed at the table with like people all around you. And so, oh my god, this kid that I was battling across from me was so loud, and he was just like, yeah, so I love Pokemon. Like, he just kept talking really loud, and eventually like people were giving me dirty looks because I was too polite to like ignore him. So I'd always say something back like, yeah, I get that, yeah, totally. And eventually someone was just like, guys, we're just trying to play here, right? It's really disrespectful. And I felt bad, but it was awkward. But besides that, I've never gone to like Worlds or anything. I really wish I could, especially in Hawaii. That sounds like a dream come true to me. And I hope to go when I don't know, I don't really have that much money. The security job does not, it's not the best pay, but I hope someday I can go to the Worlds, wherever that is. It feels like it's called Worlds, and then it's like always in the United States. I think that's kind of weird, but I know they do it in Japan and stuff like that. But anyway, I hate Pokemon Champions. I'm just still thinking about that so much. And there's like a handful of items. I like that Mega Evolution's back. That's very cool. And I hope, I don't know, I hope that's the thing in the next game, but I doubt it. I'm sure that there's already, I know they're talking about weather or something. I'm not really that interested anymore. Not to sound like a Gen 1er, but I mean, it just doesn't hit the same knowing that I'm not going to be able to encounter the Pokemon that I love the most when I'm exploring the cool new areas. It's like I'm going to encounter, like, this was like a problem in like Diamond and Pearl and like Fire Red and Leaf Green, where like every route you'd find like Meowth, Rattata, and Spearow. or like Geodude and Roselia and Budu and Bidoof and kind of like it just the Pokedexes were just not great, and it's better now. But like knowing that I can't even get that after I'm done playing just sucks. So that's why I hate it. I do. And then they serve you up a big old bag of DLC, which is just kind of insulting, honestly. I feel like I'm out of breath. I get heated when I think about Pokemon. I'll probably do more Pokemon videos in the future, but I don't know. I felt like it today. So I hope that if you're watching this and you like Pokemon, that you subscribe to me, because I'll definitely talk about Pokemon in a lot of my videos. If you didn't like it, I get it. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks for tuning in if you did, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.